with their legs or arms. So, what is worse? Somebody who talks all the time, or somebody who puts his arm on your seat, arm or the legs in your face? Let's ask Elon. Elon, hello, how are you?
Hello, Amanda.
Good, pleased to meet you. Yes, yes. Are you okay? Okay,
I'm doing well.
good. So, Elon, if you fly on a plane, what would be the worst? Somebody who talks to you all the time, the passenger next to you, talking non-stop, or the quiet passenger who bumps you with his arm? What would be worse? What will you hate?
I think the second one is more is worse because
Yes.
it's well
Is worse.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
in this way I
Yeah.
can't keep I can't sleep or just have a rest.
Yes.
I think maybe
Yes.
I want to say something to stop him doing this.
Yes. Yes. Maybe you can talk like this. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind moving to your own space? I need the space for my legs. If you speak nicely.
Yeah.
Okay. Here is a question for some of us who get nervous during long flight. I can somehow ask Helen. Helen, do you usually feel nervous when taking long flights?
Uh,
Do you feel nervous?
I think if the long flight time is under 4 hours, I can accept it, and I don't never feel nervous. But I will feel a little worried because in flight
Yes.
you can't sit at table, and you just see some boring articles or nothing to do, just just
Yes.
sleeping.
Yes, just sleeping. Yes. Yeah. How about you, Catherine? Do you feel nervous when taking long flights? Nervous, a little bit scared. Do you get like, I'm a little bit scared. Do you get like that?
No, I don't. To be honest, I enjoy the long distance flight. Our training. I think bad behavior passengers is not always. I don't always meet the bad behaviors passengers. I can listen. I can listen to the music or watch movies on a long distance flight. I think, or read some books. I think it's spare. It's a good time to enjoy.
Yes, well done. Thank you. Catherine enjoys flying and she has really met many passengers with bad behavior. So she's still enjoying her flights very much. So this is, I think, an American word. Pet peeve. Pet peeve what is your pet peeve? Maybe I can say like this. My pet peeve is when another passenger keeps on talking all the time. And even if I turn away, still talking. So, a pet peeve is something that you strongly dislike because it always annoys you. So, pet peeve, maybe we can have a pet peeve. Elon,
Yes.
you said you dislike maybe, when passengers move their arm and their leg into your space. Is that a pet peeve or is there something worse even? Is there something else that you hate even more on the plane?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I think if someone play a movie or a song without a headphone, and in this way, I think it's
Yes,
worse
yes,
than my space is
yes,
is my my space is
yes.
my space is filled.
Invaded. It's
Invade.
worse than, yes, yes, when your space is filled. Yes. That's what he said, something like this. If somebody watches a movie, without the headphones, it is worse than when somebody um, comes into my space, or you could say then when somebody invades my space. Invade,
Yeah.
take over your space.
Uh,
This is my space. Now they invade your space.
yes. In this way, I think this behavior is pet peeve.
Yes, yes. Without watches a movie without headphones. Excellent. Yes, that's a good one. Now you also get naughty children. Children screaming on the plane. And sometimes the parents don't do anything. They just sit there. And sometimes the parents even smack the children. Smack. Helen, can you say what is smack? Can you read the definition?
Okay. Smack to hit someone.
Yeah. Some parents like, stop it, and whack. They smack the child. Then the child is screaming, ah!
But I
So
think if
children
a
can be,
mother like has to smack her children, I don't think it's a good way to stop the children crying.
yes, yes, yes. And then sometimes when you try to eat your lunch on the plane, some people do this. They recline.
Yeah.
Lucas, could you read the definition of recline, please?
Okay. It means to
Smack.
lie or lean back.
Yeah. On the big international flights, the people can move their seats back like this. And it's annoying if you're trying to eat. Now, now the seat comes back. That's not good. Okay. We already talked about children. Children can be disruptive. Disruptive causing problems and preventing something from happening in its usual way. For example, if you try to relax in the plane and to eat your lunch, the children can jump up and down and they want this and then they want that and they can be very disruptive, causing problems. Okay, now this is an interesting one, lackluster. And Catherine, can you read the definition of lackluster?
Lackluster, not exciting or impressive.
Yes. So lackluster is you're not interested. So maybe I'm on the plane. I want to study. I want to read this. Now the man here is starting to talk, and I'm like, whatever, I'm not interested. I try to look lackluster. Like, that's nice. I just say, that's nice, but I need to read this. But he's still not interested. You're bored. You're not interested. So prohibit, the airline can prohibit says to some things, like can say smoking. Smoking is prohibited. It means it's not allowed. Prohibit, it's not allowed. Easy one.
Prohibit.
Prohibit, yes. Okay. Now it's your time to talk. They say this is the question. If you have flown on an airplane before, you have probably had at least one encounter, like meeting one with an unpleasant passenger. Maybe you've seen an unpleasant passenger once on a plane. Lucas, have you seen an unpleasant passenger ever?
Yes, I have met one.
All right. What did he do?
I think he smells not good.
Yes.
For example, his foot, his feet, or something.
Yes, that is so annoying. And there's not much that you can do about it.
Yeah,
What can you do? If
nothing.
there's an open seat, you can ask the air stewardess, may I move to that other open seat?
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Okay. Now they said they made a survey to ask people's opinion, a survey to see what is most annoying to passengers. To ask many people, what happened to you? What upset you during the flight? For people to say. And then we can learn something from that so that we don't do the same things ourselves. I want to get about the part when boarding. It's like this. 2009 rudeness poll surveyed 1,600 passengers on their pet peeves. What they hate. And each stage of the air travel process had its own set. Now we're talking about when boarding. When boarding. What did they hate? Catherine, can you read this point, please?
Okay, bring more carry-on luggage than is allowed, and taking up all the overhead storage space.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it happen, Catherine?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. It happened to me once. I was traveling with my laptop and the plane was very full. It was just a domestic flight inside my country. And I'm a bit short, so I was struggling to get the laptop in the storage space. And then the plane was, there were so many passengers, I had to find my little seat. There was already a lady sitting in the window at the window seat. And then a big man came, a big fat man. And what he did, he had a big hand luggage and he couldn't get this into this storage space. So he was using all his muscles to push his bag on top of my laptop. He had a big heavy bag and he was like with violence pushing this bag on top of my laptop. And I was like going to say something and then I left it. It's too late. It's already there. And then this man sat down next to me and he was also doing what Elon hated. He was going over my seat. I was like squashed in the corner like this. And I was very worried about my laptop. I thought he had crushed this laptop. So I found this as a pet peeve. Very annoying. This is the second thing that the people hated, blocking the aisle. Aisle. Helen, can you please read this one?
Okay. Blocking the aisle while others are trying to get on board.
Yes. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, yes, of course. Almost every time boarding. boarding.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And this one, smacking others while getting settled. This is like smacking by accident. Maybe you're trying to get your seat and now you bump into somebody by
Mm,
accident. It's not on purpose. It's like everybody is trying to put their bags and to sit down and maybe they can hit somebody by accident. People also find that very annoying. Like they don't want to be smacked.
mm.
Okay, let's ask you. Who can I ask? Catherine. Let's ask this one. Is more interesting. Do you normally speak up when someone does something that bothers you? Do you tell them, stop doing this?
Uh, I'm not usually do it, except I can't endure him anymore.
Yes. Yeah. I see some people speak up. Some do. Some people say, excuse me, do you mind? I've heard some people speaking like that. Older
So
English
politely.
ladies. But they not really polite because they don't speak nicely. They say, "Do you mind? Do you mind stopping doing that? It's extremely annoying." And you can see in the picture, this is also very annoying. Can you see this child? She's playing. Now she's stepping with her feet, kicking the seat. Sure, that can be annoying. This. And the parents should discipline the child. The parents should help the child to stop doing that.
Yes.
Okay, all right. That is when you are boarding the plane. Now they say like this: tell your classmates which things on the list really bother you when flying. Which things on the list? I'm gonna ask Elon.
Yeah.
Elon, can you tick one? Give me one that you hate. Pick one from this list.
Okay. Well, I think maybe the first one, people recline their seats during meals.
Yes, that's annoying. People recline their seats during meals. They sit back, and behind you're trying to eat. It's not nice. I've also had this experience where people talk loudly throughout the flight. I once had a flight of 2 hours, and this one woman was talking to her friend loudly, continuously for 2 hours non-stop. That
Yes.
can be quite annoying, talking all the time. Yes.
I think it will be.
Elon, you all.
Well, I think it
Yes.
would be worse if you understand what they are saying and you are interested what they are saying. In
Yes.
this way, you can sleep and
Yes.
have a rest. So
Yes. Yes. That's
this
true.
behavior may be a pet peeve.
Yes, a pet peeve, of course. Helen, has it ever happened to you that somebody snores, drools, or mistakes my shoulder for a pillow? Somebody sleeping here, putting his head on your shoulder like this. Has it happened to you? Helen?
Oh, I think seldom happens to me. Most of the people
Yes.
don't sleep too well to or draw. If a mistake
Yes.
for a pillow, I will keep it up, wake up.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Good. Now, this still what people hate. This is also an interesting one. This one. Uh, Lucas, did you ever see this happening? Can you read this one?
Okay.
Cough?
People cough, clear their throats, and or blow their noses continuously.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
When people
They
maybe
can do that.
yeah maybe people got a cold and but
Yes.
I think when the people is illness, it's very because you cannot just tell him you cannot do this. not polite, but
Yes.
it will also very annoying you.
Yeah, it can be very annoying. If you have in your handbag something to help with this, some medicine, maybe you can offer him the medicine.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I've noticed you have the flu. I have this here. Would you like some? It will help you with the cough. Something like that. You can try with some people. This is also quite annoying, this one. Elon, has it ever happened to you? This one. The person sitting next to me has to go to the bathroom all the time, and I have to get up to let him or her pass. Has that happened to you?
Well, no, never. But
Never.
if because I usually I take some. Usually I will travel with the airplane or the maybe is I think is I never get a chance to meet this situation. But if I had this situation, I think I can understand because you can't stop him to doing this. I think it's a good manner
Yes.
to understand each other.
Yes. You're right. Yes. We have to be understanding. Because people might have different needs, they might have different problems. Yeah. This one we have to say usually. Usually.
Usually,
I've heard yes. Yeah, usually. Good. You're all doing very well. Well done.
thank you.
Um, this is another thing which can be very annoying. People can bring crying babies on board. This can happen. Mothers change diapers in front of me. Change diapers in front of me. So, Helen, have you ever
Is very reasonable because everything has its principle, and if everyone have a good manner and it also follow the rule, I think
yes,
every passenger will have a good condition and to enjoy their flight.
yes, yes. It may be a good thing sometimes to make some rules. Um, in some countries, the passengers can be very rude. And I've seen on the news, I think it was in America, where the one rule was no smoking. You know, cigarettes to smoke. So they had a strict rule no smoking on this plane. And then this man started to smoke on the plane. And the plane had just departed. And now he started smoking. So the stewardess asked him to please put out his cigarette. He doesn't want to listen. He's like, who's gonna stop me? Kept on smoking. And then some of the passengers got angry. They wanted to fight with him. And then the plane turned back. They told the captain of the plane and he turned back. He went back to the airport to remove this passenger. The passenger was a troublemaker.
Okay.
So I thought that was so interesting that the plane actually returned to the airport to take this passenger off the plane. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, now they talk about, yeah, they talk about disembarking a plane. So now the plane has landed. They usually say, please stay seated until the plane comes to a full stop. Because sometimes the plane can be a little bit bumpy, when it is towed, when it rolls into the airport. And now some people don't listen. So let's ask Helen. Helen, what do you think is a bad thing that can happen when the plane come into the airport and when the passengers now they are leaving? What is annoying?
The waiting for the many people disappear or to get off the plane, but many passengers have too much language and block the air, and you can't to go. You have to wait for them. It takes too much time.
Yes, very much time. I was once on an airplane and they had a bomb threat like this terrorist, a bomb threat.
Bomb threat.
So we were waiting on we were waiting on the airport and the plane didn't leave. And we were all inside the plane. Then they said, don't panic. The police has information. Maybe there's a bomb on the plane, like explosion. So then we all had to leave the plane. Very annoying because you have to take your luggage and wait and wait. Now you're out. Then the police came with the dogs. They searched the plane. They did not find any bomb, nothing. So they said, you can come back. So we all came back on the plane, took our seats. Another hour, the plane did not leave. The airport said, we're not happy. This is a real bomb threat. We will put you on another plane. Then we all had to go off the plane into another plane. That was a very difficult, very difficult experience. And Catherine, did you ever have a very difficult experience flying on an airplane?
Yes, I think so. I have a bad experience. That is the endless crying of the baby.
Yes.
It's really annoying me because I know the baby herself doesn't want to cry, and her parents also can't solve the problem in a short time. They don't know why she cried, and they can do nothing. But the crying voice is really annoying me.
Very. Phew, very. Let's ask Elon. Elon, can you tell us any short experience that you want to share? Interesting experience on a plane.
Oh, well, I'd like to share
Okay.
a story. Uh, um, Sorry, it's not story. It's my experience. Someday I sit in my site, but there's
Yes.
but two passengers have some trouble, and they also speak very loudly to ask to ask
Yeah.
to argue a seat a seat uh, which is which is
Yes.
which means the
Yes.
Azure sorry the seat near the window in
Yes. Yes.
so in this way
They were fighting over the window seat. Yes.
yeah
Oh,
no, normally at the end the airplane maybe the policeman take them they take
yeah.
them off the airplane and and
Yes.
uh,
Good.
and this situation uh, take a long time to
Yeah.
to take over. Yeah.
Yes. You can wait in that plane for a long time when there's a problem like that.
Yes.
It has to go through all the authorities, the police from the airport and the other police. It can take a long time.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your experience. This was an interesting discussion, and thank you so much for your participation and for your experiences. Well done. Thank you. Goodbye.